Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Monster Hunter World video. This is going to be the Guild Palace Guards versus Safi'jiiva Discord Tournament number 4. That's right, I was hosting a tournament where the rules were, you could have a team of 4, and you have to defeat Safi'jiiva the fastest, so this is going to be the fastest run, and you had to use only Guild Palace weapons and only Guild Palace armor, okay? You weren't allowed to use anything else. Now, you could use decorations, obviously. And this is the winning run. I thought about having the runner-ups as well. The problem is, the video was going to be so long, that I was like, man, that's just too long of a video. So, shout out to Diva's team, he came in 2nd place, and Frosty Sodas as well got a team together, which I thought was awesome. So we had 3 teams here, 1st place, 2nd place, and 3rd place. The rewards were $60 in 1st place, that went to Buck's team. 2nd place went to Diva, and that was $40, and then 20 went to Frosty's team. We'll probably host another tournament in the future, because this is just a nice little fun thing we do for the community, and you guys get to have this awesome video kind of highlighting your win together. Buck's team was nice enough to give me 2 different perspectives. We got the Switch Axe perspective and the Charge Blade perspective. Buck is on the Charge Blade, whereas I think his name is either Dre or it's Dr. Pound. Dr. Pound was on the Switch Axe. I think Dr. Pound sounds cooler, doesn't it? Dr. Pound. So, yeah, here they are fighting Safi'jiiva, and you're going to see a few tricks here. For example, he's using barrel bombs on Safi'jiiva's leg while he's in the charge-up mode. They got the affinity booster. You're going to see him go back to the tent here. See, what's going on, Safi'jiiva's going down to stage 2, and if you want to avoid the long animation where your character like slowly flies down to stage 2, what you do is you jump over to the camp, and then you just jump back into the fight this way, right? And this is actually going to be faster. It's like one of those little techs, right, that makes you just a little bit better at this fight. Dodging the roar? I think that was a roar dodge. It looked like it. And they are focusing on the left leg for some reason. I don't know if the left leg's better than the right leg, or if they all just kind of agreed on the left leg. Maybe they can weigh in on that. I'd love to know. So we're in stage 2, and here we have Dr. Pound using the Switch Axe. And they're just going to crowd him as much as they can. What we see is some really solid gameplay. These are weapons that I definitely need practice with. I don't know about you guys. Switch Axe is one of my least played weapons, probably in the top 4 least played. And Charge Blade too. I'm actually trying to learn a little more about Charge Blade, and I found myself noticing a few things. For example, he was charging the sword there. I don't exactly know why you would charge a sword with Savage Axe at this point, because it seems like you would only want the sword for going into the Savage Axe as soon as possible. So I'm always curious about attack styles, basically, not just builds. See, there's always 2 equations to playing well with the weapon. What moves do you use that are optimal? Oh, nice. Did you see him use his slinger pods there? That's so cool, man. What moves are optimal, but also what build is optimal. And that's kind of how you figure out how to do well with the weapon. So he does some stuff that I wasn't sure whether or not I was supposed to be doing. And yeah, it's great to see. He's really good. Buck is, and so is Dr. Pound. And we have Rin and Queenslayer as well. They're on the longsword and the bow. Sorry if I mix your names up in the order. Yeah, the bow and the longsword, they're there, and the bow actually plays a really important role in stage 3. I watched this beforehand. So they're going to hack away. There's the wild swing and the overhead smash. Is that a new move, or is that a new buffed move? I can't remember. That's how little I play the Switch Axe. I love how the Switch Axe only has a hop when it comes to dodging, so you have to be really good to consistently dodge. Did you see that? He tried to flash Safi'jiiva out of the sky. I think he might have been just a moment too late. That was really cool, though. He was on that really fast. Alright, sharpen it up. Sweet. What do you guys think of having the double perspective? That's pretty fun, right? I didn't expect to like it so much, but it's actually really cool. Gives me a little something to work on in the editing, too. This guy's just straight up chopping this guy's foot off. Come on now. Also, I'd love to hear what you guys would like to do in another tournament. So we'll host another tournament soon enough. But I'd like for something meaningful to show up. You know, the Guild Palace weapons and armor, they look so good. And honestly, I think they look at least as good as the Safi'jiiva weapons. But especially on consoles, there's really no reason to use them. So I thought, you know, we'll have a little tournament where there's a reason to use them. And then the players will have to get good at, you know, kind of putting a build together with the weapon that they don't normally use or don't recommend necessarily. There's a lot of, you know, everyone kind of focuses on the best weapons and the best armor. But having this is exciting as well, and still challenging. Man, look at him go, man. Slash after slash. Woo! There he goes, charging the sword again. I know it gives you mind's eye, but if you spend most of your time in the Savage Axe mode, it seems like you wouldn't need the charged sword. Alright, check it out. They did flash him out of the sky that time. Very impressive. You'll notice he jumped up, they flashed him out, and he fell to the ground. Really important. Gives your team more damage, honestly. And you know, I was watching this run, I noticed it's not a flawless run. They actually did have someone faint near the end. Makes me think that, you know, somebody else could have actually taken first place. So this is the first place team, but because it wasn't a flawless run, there could have actually been a faster run. Really, really interesting, right? That means if you wanted to maybe take some money from me, take some money out of my wallet, if that would make you feel good, you could have participated in this tournament and, you know, possibly taken first place, depending on how good you are. I'm also curious about their weapon combinations. So they got Charge Blade, Switch Axe. The bow makes a lot of sense for the crowd control. I don't know much about the longsword, though. And I'm curious if a different weapon combination could have been higher damage. But they probably looked at it a lot more than, well, obviously they looked at it a lot more than I did. Also, what's going on here? So he goes change weapon or change equipment, and he swaps equipment. Is he changing mantles here? That's the only thing I can think of, is that was a mantle swap. That's my guess. I just don't know what he was doing. It happens very quickly. Jump it back down. I thought it was an item swap or an item refresh the first time I saw it, but then I looked at it a second time and I'm like, wait a second, that looks like he's changing equipment. It's got to be equipment, right? Because he just put equipment on. Boop. Alright, we're back to the Charge Blade. Oh, tremors. That's sad. Tremors galore. Dude, double tremor. Oh, I hate double tremor. It's so annoying. Imagine having to play really well for like a full 12 minutes. Oh, we got nearly the whole team there. So this is stage 3, and he just went into the super critical mode. And this is a really important part of the fight, because what I noticed they do is they crowd control, they juggle him, they knock him down over and over again while he's in the super critical state. This is such an important strategy for them to get their best damage out, because they saved the crowd controls here in stage 3 when he's going to go into that state, and you're going to get better damage on him. Very clever. Kind of tells me this is the same for all of you who are at home watching. When you fight Safi'jiiva, save your sleep and your paralysis for the last stage of the fight, and wait for him to go into the super critical mode, and then go ahead and go crazy on him. Which is what they're doing. So you'll notice he just got knocked down, and the bow player is setting up a KO. That's what's going on right now. There they are. So there's your first KO, right? And remember, they're getting bonus damage on him because he's in super critical state. Really important. I love the positioning here. He's like right at the monster's head just as he goes down. Really, really good. Very impressive. He's just hacking at the foot back there. Oh no. Did I just see... Was that a poison? I couldn't tell if that was a poison bomb. Did they use poison bomb? It looked like a poison bomb. It happened so fast. I would have to rewatch it on slow-mo. Another knockdown. Wow. Very, very important. Is that another KO? I can't tell. I think it was a regular knockdown and they're about to KO. Yeah, it was a regular knockdown and there's the KO. Amazing. This is definitely what won them the contest right here, in my opinion, is all of these perfect crowd controls all in a row. So your damage output is so high at this point. And watch this. Not done either. Check it out. So now he's paralyzed. Oh, is he paralyzed? Oh, I'm sorry. He's not paralyzed here. Oh, he's going to sleep. Right. They put him to sleep first. That's what happens. Oh, are they about to put him to sleep? Come on. Okay, this is the sleep. I watched this once earlier, and here we are. So he's asleep now. I really wanted to talk about this point in the fight, because it's an interesting point. It's something that I had been thinking about, and I kind of known, but this is such a great example. When they put him to sleep, notice they don't stop attacking him. They just attack him and wake him up, and it doesn't matter. And the reason for that is because they realize you get more damage faster on the monster if all 4 players keep attacking. All 4 players keep attacking through the sleep animation and the wake up animation. You get more damage than if you had put barrel bombs around him and had one strong wake up. See, that's something I'd realized as well, because your damage drop off is so bad. There's the paralysis. Sorry about that. Yeah, the paralysis comes out after the sleep. Crazy. Tons of damage. But yeah, again, the point is, when a monster is going to sleep, when somebody tries to, you know, when you're trying to set up a wake-up attack on him, oh, was his batteries dying there? What was going on there? He had like a disconnect from his controller. That would have been bad. You know, when everyone waits for the monster to go to sleep and you're all standing around itching your bum holes, you're not getting any damage on the monster and you're really just wasting time. It's not actually faster. So the best way to use that ailment in a speedrun is to just keep attacking. Alright, look at this. Especially when you have 4 people anyways. Oh, and that's when the Charge Blade player gets stomped. Oh man, he gets hit by the energy. It's hard to dodge that stuff. It really is with the Safi'jiiva. It's so much range. So yeah, again, not a flawless run, and that tells me that there could have been a faster run, believe it or not. A faster run. But this is still really solid and very fast. All they're using is Guild Palace weapons and armor. Very impressive. Woo! Here's the ring again. Is the Switch X player going to dodge it? He did. Very impressive. I'm terrible at dodging that. That one gets me all the time. And there we go. Beautiful. Sweet. If you pause it there, you can see the time on the run. And he's going to show off some of the builds. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. I just want to say, be sure to visit everyone's YouTube page if you want to see the other speedruns. You know, the ones that I didn't show here. That was Frosty Sodas and Diva, who have their runs on their channels. This run is by Buck and his team, so we'll leave a link to his YouTube channel. We'll also leave a link for Dr. Pound as well. That was the Switch Axe point of view. I want to thank everyone who participated, and I'll see you guys next time.